Okay, in this video we are going to show you how to do one of two things. Either start and obtain your securities licenses, your 663, to become a registered representative with HBW Securities, or if you're already licensed and worked with a former broker-dealer and you want to move your licensing over to HBW Securities, we're going to show you how to do that too. So we've always started our videos at the hbwinc.com website. For HBW Securities, we're going to go to a new website, and that is very simply hbwsecurities.com, and I've already opened it here in another tab, but there you can see the address, hbwsecurities.com. And once you get to this site, this is the broker-dealer website for HBW Securities, a totally separate entity from HBW Insurance and Financial Services, though it's the same ownership, just a different entity. Now, what you're going to notice is there's two sites, obviously, and the reason there are two sites is because FINRA, which you'll see right here, the regulating authority over registered representatives and broker-dealers, they do not let you do much on websites, and so to make it easy, we just have a separate website for HBW Securities, and that's why there are two of them. This is, again, where all the securities business, if you're doing securities business, where you're going to go. So this is where you go. We're going to go up here and click Login, and that's going to bring you to a login page. And you'll notice here that there's a pre-filled username and password in. If you're brand new, you're watching this video and you are brand new, you don't have a username or password, but you need to get into the site to get the paperwork to start this process. That's why they made a generic one, which is guest for the username, and for the password, you can't see mine, but it is guest1, the number 1. So G-U-E-S-T and the number 1. Once you have inserted those, click Login, and you will then be into the HBW Securities website for new reps. So here's how you get started. Everything you need to do step by step and all the paperwork to either start the licensing process or to move your licenses over is right here. So you'll see step 1 is complete the pre-registration form and fax it to this phone number, and then give them 3 to 5 business days to get everything together. Step 2, if your pre-registration is approved, please visit this site. So you come back here and complete the licensing kit, which is all of this paperwork. Okay. One note here: 2 fingerprint cards will be mailed to you. You got to get fingerprinted to obtain a securities license. We'll mail them to you, and we have a link on our website. You're going to need to, probably the best thing to do is Google a local fingerprinter. I think the police departments do it, but sometimes there are services that will come meet you at your home or at your work to take your fingerprints for maybe 25 bucks. But you got to get fingerprinted, and then you're going to mail all that back to one of these 2 addresses here, either regular or overnight. Now, for unlicensed people, you need to read this step 3 right here, which talks about E&O. It talks about taking your exam, and if you remember in the licensing video earlier on, we talked about testteachersonline.com as the place to study for your, not just your life exams, but also your securities exams, either online or books at Test Teachers Online, and we have a link to their site on our site. And then once you have completed your exams, you'll notify Shannon Kent, and once you've passed your exam, you can get the E&O and etc. here for your webmail and your login to the securities website. If you're going to do any variable annuity business, read this. If you're selling mutual funds, you're going to need to read this. And you're also, for those of you who have clients already with a broker-dealer, here's where we talk about changing the broker-dealer record for your clients so that they follow you over to HBW Securities. Be sure, for those of you coming from another broker-dealer, that you're not violating a non-compete clause when you bring your clients over to HBW Securities. This is a big deal, so make sure that you do not have a non-compete clause for your clients at your former broker-dealer. Those of you brand new to the securities industry, you don't have to worry about this, okay? So here's everything you need to get started, to get signed up, to get licensed, to become a Series 6, Series 63 registered representative with HBW Securities.